Hello everyone, I am Mr. SR Shudone. I am going to teach you basic DC ammeter, which is we already covered in the last lecture. Now I am again repeating the construction of BC ammeter. This figure shows the constructional diagram or circuit diagram of DC ammeter. Okay, this figure shows the exact diagram of DC ammeter, actual diagram of DC ammeter. Now I am going towards the one by one construction details of basic DC ammeter. Now circuit diagram of DC ammeter is as shown in figure. If we place a resistor in parallel with the permanent magnet moving coil galvanometer, then entire combination act as a DC ammeter. Suppose if we place the resistance in parallel with this DC ammeter, then entire this combination will shows as a DC ammeter. The parallel resistance which is used in DC ammeter is also called as a shunt resistance or simply shunt. This RSH which is used in parallel with the basic ammeter is also called as a shunt resistance. The value of this resistance should be considered small in order to measure the DC current of a large value. Okay, the value of this resistance should be considered as a small in order to measure large value. Now I am going to show you derivation of basic DC ammeter. Okay, now see here one by one. In parallel circuit, voltage is same, that is why ISH RSH is equal to what? Im into Rm. Next step is what? This ISH is multiply with RSH, take it is on opposite side. Once it take it as a opposite side, here is a multiplication. Once it take it as a opposite side, there will be a division. Therefore RSH is equal to what? Im Rm upon ISH. Now apply KCL equation at a node 1. Now it become minus I plus ISH plus Im equal to 0. Now take this Im and minus I besides to the equal side. Now plus sign will be minus and minus will be plus. Now this ISH substitute in equation number 1. Then final equation become RSH is equal to Im Rm upon I minus Im. Now in denominator Im take as a common. Now the final equation become 1 upon Im minus 1. Now cancel out Im and Im. Then final equation become RSH is equal to Rm upon 1 upon Im minus 1. Here RSH is equal to shunt resistance. Rm is the internal resistance. I is the total direct current. Im is the scale deflection current, and the ratio of total direct current I and the full scale deflection of the galvanometer Im is known as a multiplying factor, and this multiplying factor is denoted by m. Now m is equal to what? Multiplying factor. Then m is equal to what? I upon Im. Here I is equal to what? Total direct current which is to be measured, and Im is equal to what? Full scale deflection of galvanometer. Then final RS is equal to what? Put this m is equal to I upon Im in equation number 3. Then final equation is what? RS is equal to Rm upon m minus 1. Now we can find the value of shunt resistance by using either equation 2 or equation 5. Okay, now we can find out the value of shunt resistance. Okay, RS is equal to what? Rm upon m minus 1, where m is equal to what? I upon Im. And this is regarding derivation of basic DC ammeter, which shows the how to find out the value of RSH. Okay, and the formula for RSH is equal to what? Rm upon m minus 1. Now after DC ammeter, next part is what? Multi-range ammeter. Now I am going to show you multi-range ammeter construction. Why the name become here multi-range ammeter? Because here number of shunts are there. Here shunts are more than one. That's why it called as a multi-range. What is the meaning of multi-range? by using multi-range we can select multiple range. Okay, for RSH1 there is a different range, for RSH2 there is a different range, for RSH3 also different, and for RSH4 also different. Suppose we need range from RSH4, then we can select yes to your RSH4. Now switch is on position of RSH1. Again I am repeating what is the meaning of multi-range ammeter. We can select multi ranges of meter, that's why it called as a multi-range ammeter. How to select multi ranges? By using this shunt resistance. Okay, now I am going to show one by one the construction details of multi-range ammeter. Now see here, first point says that the same basic moving coil ammeter can be utilized to give full scale deflection for different ranges of measurement. Means what? The same moving coil, this same moving coil which is already we used in DC ammeter, this same moving coil can be used to give full deflection for different ranges of measurement. Okay, this same moving coil can be used to give different ranges for measurement, such as arrangement is shown in figure. This type of arrangement is shown in here. So this is a arrangement for multi-range ammeter. Here same galvanometer can be used here. Same galvanometer means what? This galvanometer is already used in basic DC ammeter. This same galvanometer is also used in multi-range ammeter, but what is the difference? There is only one RSH here, 4 number of RSH here, multiple RSH. That's why the name become multi-range ammeter. I hope you people understood this point. Now I am going to next point. The circuit under figure in figure RSH1, RSH2, RSH3, RSH4 uses 4 individual resistance. Okay, these are the 4 individual resistance to obtain 4 ranges with the basic meter. What is the purpose of these 4 resistance? To obtain, these are the 4 resistance. What is the purpose of this resistance? To obtain 4 regions for different purpose. A rotary switch with the 4 position. This is a rotary switch. Here position number 1, 2, 3, 4. A rotary switch with the 4 position connect the 4 resistance in its 4 position across the ammeter. Okay, this switch can be connect 4 position number 1, 2, 3, 4 across the galvanometer. The 4 shunt resistance RSH to RSH4 are calculated as usual. Okay, this can be calculated as usual. In next slide we are going to see how to calculate this RSH1, RSH2, RSH3 and RSH4. Now I am going to again repeating this point. The same basic moving coil, this is the same basic moving coil, can be used in the shunt resistance or okay, the same moving coil means what? This moving coil is already used in basic DC ammeter. And what is the difference between basic DC ammeter and multi-range ammeter? Here in multi-range ammeter number of resistances are 4, but in basic DC ammeter number of resistance is what? 1. That's why the name become here multi-range. This same galvanometer is connected across the shunt resistance. Here number of shunt resistances are 4. That's why we can obtain 4 ranges. This is a rotary switch. This rotary switch can select any resistance. RSH1 also selected, RSH2 also selected, RSH3 also selected, RSH4 also selected. Then how to calculate the value of this RSH1, RSH2, RSH3 and RSH4? Okay, now I am going to show you how to calculate the value of these resistances. Okay, in last point we already discussed that M is equal to what? I upon Im. M is equal to what? I upon Im. In multi-range ammeter, you student must know that there are 4 resistance: RSH1, RSH2, RSH3 and RSH4. For RSH1 multiplying factor should be M1, for RSH2 multiplying factor is M2, for RSH3 a multiplying factor is what? M3, for RSH4 multiplying factor is what? M4. Okay, then how to calculate M1? M1 is equal to what? I1 upon Im. M2 is equal to what? I2 upon Im. M3 is equal to what? I3 upon Im. And M4 is equal to what? I4 upon Im. Okay. Now in above circuit there are four shunt resistors RSH, RSH2, RSH3, RSH4. Following are the formula corresponding for four resistors. These are the different formulas for calculation of four resistors. What is the formula for RSH1? Simply Rm upon M1 minus 1. What is the formula for RSH2? Rm upon M2 minus 1. What is the formula of RS3? Rm upon M3 minus 1. And RSH4 is equal to what? Rm upon M4 minus 1. Then what is the meaning of Rm? This is the internal resistance of your galvanometer. What is the meaning of Rm? This is the internal resistance of your galvanometer. Then what is the meaning of M1? M1 is equal to I1 upon Im. M2 is equal to I2 upon Im. M3 is equal to I3 upon Im. M4 is equal to I4 upon Im. Then what is the meaning of Im? Okay, this is the amount of current flowing through the galvanometer. I am again repeating. Here M1 is equal to In upon Im, M2 I2 upon Im, M3 I3 upon Im, M4 I4 upon Im. Why this much of resistance here? Because here number of resistances are used for, that's why M1, M2, M3 and M4 is there. Then how to calculate RSH1, RSH2, RSH3, RSH4? See here RSH1 is equal to Rm upon M1 minus 1. Here RSH1, here M1. And RSH2 is equal to Rm upon M2 minus 1. RSH3 is equal to Rm upon M3 minus 1. RSH4 is equal to Rm upon M4 minus 1. Here 3, here 3, here 4, here 4, here 2, here 2, here 1, here 1. Then what is the meaning of Rm? Internal resistance of your galvanometer. I hope you student clear this point. Now I am going to see next topic. Universal shunt. Okay, universal shunt. Then what is the difference between basic DC ammeter, multi-range ammeter and universal shunt? Now I am going to show what is the basic difference. Here in universal shunt, this type elements the possible of having without a shunt. Here we cannot use the a shunt. Now see here, there is a no shunt part in this circuit diagram. Okay, what I am saying with that, here is a no part now see here universal shunt. Okay, here no shunt is used, that's why it called as a universal shunt. Now I am going to show you one by one constructional details of universal shunt. In case of multi-range ammeter, a mag before switch is used, or mag before switch should be there. What is the meaning of mag before switch? Now I am going to show you what is the meaning of mag before switch. This is an mag before switch. Here new note, nothing but a mag before switch. In universal shunt there is a mag before switch. Okay, then this possibility is avoided by using universal shunt meter. Means what? Here we cannot use the mag before switch. This meter is shown in figure. Here is a universal shunt meter. By changing the position of switch, an appropriate resistance can be selected. By changing this position, a appropriate resistor can be selected. Let I1, I2 and I3 be the different current ranges required. This is I1, I2, I3. Here I1 is for 1 ampere, I2 is for 5 ampere and I3 is for 10 ampere. The current passing through meter is denoted by, the current which is passing through this meter is denoted by IM. Now I am again repeating what's the universal shunt. Here no shunt is required for extend or for changing the current range, therefore it called as a universal shunt. Then here again same galvanometer is connected across the resistance. Here the three different resistances are there. What is the purpose of three different resistances? To select the three different current ranges. First the range is for 1 ampere, second range is for 5 ampere, third range is for 10 ampere. Suppose switch is connected on this 1 ampere, then current will start flowing through this directly galvanometer. Suppose if we switch is connected on this, then current will start flowing through this like this. Okay, suppose this, then current will start flowing through the like this. Okay, that's why there are three different current ranges which is present in a such circuit diagram. Now what is the constructional details for universal shunt? In case of multi-range ammeter, a make before switch should be there. Make before switch is used in multi-range ammeter. This possibility is avoided by using universal shunt meter. Here this type of possibility is avoided by using universal shunt meter. This meter is as shown in figure. By changing the position of switch, by changing this position of switch, appropriate register can be selected. This appropriate register can be selected. Let I1, I2 and I3, the three different current ranges required. Let I1, I2 and I3, three current different ranges required. The current passing through the meter is denoted by IM. Okay, the current which is passing through this meter is denoted by IM. Now I am going to stop this lecture. In next lecture we are going to see what are the different types of voltmeter. Okay, thank you. I hope you students should understood these topics, basic DC voltmeter. In next lecture I am going to teach you what is the meaning of DC voltmeter, what are the different types of DC voltmeter.